We will get started on cause number 198922. Can you guys hear me?
You froze up.
Uh-oh. Okay, so we're here on cause number 198922, Victor Story versus Shiraj Investment Corporation. We're here on a motion to compel the plaintiff's deposition and to occur remotely and grant leave and/or grant leave from the current trial setting. Counsel, make your appearances.
James Vargas on behalf of the plaintiff.
Jennifer Lee on behalf of defendant Strauss Investment Corporation.
Okay, you may begin.
Yes, Your Honor, if I may, and I do want to say, Mr. Boggs and I spoke this morning. This is not at all an antagonistic situation. It's more in this time trying to seek guidance as to what we should do. We had the plaintiff's deposition set for March 26th before obviously everything changed. Then I was requested by Mr. Boggs's office to change that, and I requested that we go ahead and do this remotely. We couldn't come to agreement with that, and so we are here. I spoke with Mr. Boggs this morning. I believe they are aware of the need for some of this to happen now, but they have some concerns. And so basically, I wanted to bring to the court the issue of, I explained to Mr. Boggs, I know that although trial settings are being moved, I understand deadlines are staying the same. And so basically don't want to find myself in a situation that this all goes away, we go to trial in June, and I've agreed not to take the plaintiff's deposition because of what's going on, and I find myself going to trial without a deposition. So basically, and Mr. Boggs can correct me if I have misstated anything we spoke about, but seeking guidance at this point as to what to do. But I will say I've done two interveners depositions via Zoom, and one plaintiff's yesterday. And although the occasional glitches like we just experienced that are easily fixed, they went fine.
Mr. Boggs, you know, there's a new standing order, that emergency standing order the civil district judges have enacted, and it specifically says the depositions are to move forward remotely. So kind of explain to me what your concern is.
Our concern, Your Honor, simply is with clients, some of our clients not being able to do depositions remotely, just based on the fact they might not have the technology, they might not have a computer. Our policy as of, I think, and this all happened last week, the deposition was scheduled for last Thursday, and I think we canceled it last Monday. And our policy initially was just, we can't agree to them because we don't know if our client can do it. We've actually taken steps this week to begin going forward with remote depositions on all of our cases in general, not just this particular case. So we have been taking a lot of action to get, even for clients who don't have the technology, to be able to come in and set up iPads in one of our conference rooms so they don't have to interact with anybody. They can just sit in the room by themselves with an iPad. So we have been taking steps. I couldn't promise Ms. Lee this morning that we could schedule it for next week, for example, but I think we are almost at the point where we could do that and have the deposition take place very soon. And as she said, I've told her we're willing to work on, we're willing to agree to any continuance on the trial date if we can't get the deposition taken, within a reasonable time before the trial date.
So you provided us an order. I'm going to grant the motion. I'm going to order this deposition to take place remotely and/or telephonically. The trial setting's in June. How about within the next 30 days?
That's fine with us, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see. And then the trial setting you said is in June. So, who knows if we're going to be back in trial by then. What our policy has been, we've reset everything through May, all of the jury trials. I have a couple of non-jury trials that are scheduled in, still scheduled in late April, but generally we're moving all the trials. Now, as soon as we get started back up, we're planning on trying cases as quickly as we can once we're able to. So just be aware that, for example, if this order that Clay Jenkins issued about suspending jury trials is extended, then your cases will be automatically reset. So, but at this point, they're still on until we get further guidance from the state or the county.
Thank you for that.
Do you have any questions for me, anybody?
No, sir.
No, Your Honor.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead then and end the stream and end the recording, okay?
Thank you all. Take care.
All right, thank you. You guys be safe, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.